By the way, Mark said something to me.
Yeah.
I kind of was stalling, and I want to hear the story in the break, which I said, tell me on the air.
All right, here it goes. Saturday night, I got robbed.
What?
Yeah, break-in, B&E.
No.
Yeah.
Now, in your
place?
In my New York West Village apartment where I thought I was safe.
What floor do you live on?
First floor.
No one at the door.
No doorman. But I got the buzzer. Yeah. I got the buzzer, like you can't get in, but they got in.
Okay, so what happened?
Were you home?
I was not home, but I was home. I left my house at 8:30, and my girl got to my house at 11:30, and it was all ransacked. So It was a window of like 2 hours or 3 hours.
Good thing she didn't go there while they were doing it.
I know. But
she probably ransacked it. She was probably looking for evidence that you're fucking other people. Probably her.
Yeah. Well, she took all my money, that whore. But they came in through the window.
They did.
Wow.
You didn't have a window guard?
I don't have a window guard.
Did they break it, or did they just jimmy it open?
They jimmied it open, ripped it right open all the way to the top of the window, and they stuck the blinds into the windowsill so it would stay, because I got a heavy-ass window. There's those old, heavy windows, and I don't know how, this guy must have been on PCP to get that thing straight open from outside. There's no lip,
You don't lock your window?
I don't lock my window. I live in the West Village. My back window is towards like a little dumb yard alleyway that you can only get access to the alleyway through the front door.
Wait, okay. So which was it, that window?
It was that window. They broke the other one. They tried to get through the one. I have two windows. They broke one in the kitchen, and they couldn't get through. They saw it was too difficult, so they went to the other window in the bedroom, and they opened that one.
Well, they probably couldn't believe that there's an idiot who didn't have a window guard in a first floor apartment.
I guess so, but they got all my. I keep a ton of cash in my apartment because I'm a comic. We get paid in cash, so I just throw it in this drawer. They got all of it.
I don't more than $1,000.
Way more.
More than 2,000.
Oh yeah.
I don't have
Why
any
would you keep
cash in my
Why
apartment.
wouldn't you just put it in the bank, right?
I like cash around. I dabble.
So do they.
Burglars.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it was such a score. The cops were like, "Oh my god, this is such a gift to the robbers."
Did you have it hidden anywhere, or was it?
I just in a drawer.
He threw it in his drawer like Alex in Clockwork Orange. He had a snake and a bunch of watches.
It was like that. I had a gun in there, the whole thing.
You had a gun or no?
That was a water pistol. But
what else did they get? Your cash?
Cash. They just got the cash and bolted. I had a laptop, iPad, phone, camera, Zoom mic. All that's there.
They didn't take any of that?
No, and the cops like, this guy's a pro because they know that's traceable. He just
when a
took the
burglar
cash.
When they
When a
find that
burglar
much cash,
finds-
they're probably like, let's just
Yeah.
go.
That's it. Yeah. The whole place was, there wasn't that rummage through. They just got that cash. They were like, this is a score. Because it's a time-sensitive issue, so they got the cash and bolted. But it's very violating.
Wow.
It's that
Sure.
window is over my bed. So that means they stepped on my bed and got in.
Here's what you do. Get window guards and new sheets.
Aha, that's good. I need some new sheets anyway with the urine. But, I'm going to get a window. How much is that?
I don't know.
I don't know, but you're a little short on cash right now.
That's good they didn't touch your computer or your iPad, because that's the stuff that's like the stuff you write that's on the computer.
I know, but that's traceable. They could have plugged that in. We could have caught them.
But
So
they
are you
probably
gonna-
just resold it.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you going to start putting money in the bank? Are you
yeah.
realizing, that maybe is that there are
I'm going to buy a
not
safe.
so great things?
Might get a safe, but can't they just take the safe?
It's hard if you bolt it in. They can, but that's a hard. I want to get one just to fireproof. I want to get a safe in my closet and not lock it, because it's just a fireproof for things like you know what I mean. Like it would be like certain paperwork,
The title of your car,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah, you want to have.
Social Security, passport.
yeah, all that
Yeah.
shit. I want to put in a fireproof thing as opposed to, because I don't want them thinking there's cash in it. Like go ahead, open it. There's nothing in it. I mean,
Right.
I don't
Yeah,
really keep cash in the house.
So
That's
much
what we
cash.
do. We have a
More than
fireproof
3,000?
box.
Yeah. I was going to buy a car one day. I was saving up for a car.
So you kept all this cash in a drawer? I bet it was
Yeah.
his girlfriend. I bet his girlfriend hired someone that she knows.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, she finds out that, or if you can only get to the window through the through the concourse or whatever, through the front door of the building.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just one of your neighbors that realize you're an idiot who keeps all their cash in a drawer.
That's what the cop said. He's like, this could be an inside job. Because the way they knew, you have to go down a little trash area and then
Yeah.
go around an alleyway. Like, it's very elaborate.
Do you think they
And they
saw
wanted
you
to make
putting
it
cash
quick?
in?
Nobody knows well, now they know, but it's all gone. But nobody knows I have cash in there.
It was more than 3,000?
Yeah.
There's no cameras?
No cameras. The cop said, I've been all over Manhattan. I've never seen a less cameraless block in my life.
Wow.
Which is like, God damn.
So more than 3,500?
Yeah.
Not more than 4,000.
Yeah. That's a lot. It's a lot of bombing in that drawer. It's a lot of sets over and over.
So you were going to go when you buy a car with cash,
Yeah.
you don't actually have to have the cash. That just means you're not taking a loan.
Oh, I've seen
Like
that
you
on
can write a
movies.
check.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
you
get
don't go in with
an attaché case with a handcuff.
More than 5,000?
Yeah.
Oh,
jeez.
no.
Not more than 10.
No.
Not more than 10
All right, so 6,000.
in the area. Just 20s, hundreds, the whole
6,000?
50s.
Why did you keep that much in your drawer?
Well, it just became a thing where I just throw it in over years. Throw it in. And it's good to
great
have
would that
cash
be?
around.
Not
you
that much.
not
though.
$6,000.
I might
Yeah.
keep 1,000 or 2,000 maximum. Like never. Usually not even that much. Like first of all, most of them are the checks I get paid.
Yeah.
I always get paid in
Yeah.
a check in case you lose it. It goes right in the bank.
Yeah.
Like I know we're all trying to save, but the more time to hold on to cash, dollar loses its value anyway. So it's like who cares? Just put it in the fucking bank.
I know. And I have a savings account too. I could have just thrown it in.
You throw it in, you wind up paying bills, but we're under the illusion that if we save it here, in the
Yes.
bank, it's saved too.
Yeah. But
course
you
it
like
is.
that. It's a primal thing. You throw it under the mattress.
But you don't need it. You could also, for fire, even. Like, I'm not worried about being broken into.
Yeah.
Because I got cameras. I got a camera in my front door.
Uh-huh.
But I worry about fucking, a fucking fire.
Yeah.
Plus, your money's not making money if it's in a drawer.
True. Well,
Although, as a matter of fact, not only is your money not making money if it's in a drawer, but it's just a big sign for any robbers to go in and go, hey, this could be a real quick trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look up
How
window
great is
guards.
it?
How much do they cost?
Yeah. What's that?
How great is it for a burglar
I
to
know.
go into a place like that and find
Jackpot.
because cash is just cash. If you steal a computer, even if you sell it, you're not going to sell it for the cost of a computer. You're going to sell it for a couple $100 just to move
you're
it
right.
quick.
God,
If you find
damn it.
cash, you get the whole cash.
Yeah. Fuck. You're
Especially
right.
that much? My God. They're probably going to go buy a car with it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, you're right.
That's been fucking snorted already.
I know. And you
yeah.
walk around your neighborhood after, and I was just like, was it that guy? You start just getting paranoid and angry.
Sure.
Well,
And
yeah, you better look at your building and look at anybody who all of a sudden is wearing fancy new shoes or whatever.
Take it back.
Who would know that you left? Because it was
Yeah.
such a crazy window.
if you look in the window, though, you could see.
Right.
It also could have been a delivery guy who had access. It
Right.
could have been somebody who just rang every bell. If somebody's waiting for a delivery, all of a sudden it doesn't come.
Well, the cops came in. This whole thing is 4 a.m, 5 a.m. All these cops were talking, and the guy did the prints, and he's like, "We got to print." So they went back to the lab. So who knows?
Oh, they got a print?
He's like, "I got to print." So
From
I
what?
bet
well, he dusted the drawer opening like with a handle, and then they put a coffee table in front of the front door in case I came in. They would hear it hit. So the coffee
Wow.
table was all touched
Oh, wait, they put a coffee table?
in front of my door, in front of my front door in case I came in during the robbery.
Well, at least that means they wanted to get out. Was it easy for them to get right back out the
Right
window?
back out the window.
How cold was it when you got home?
I don't know, 40.
No, but I mean with the window broken.
Oh, it's and we had to sit there because we couldn't touch anything. So we're sitting in the cold watching the new Coen Brothers movie in a coat.
Do you have a new window?
No, the window is not broken. It
At
was
least
just
they
up.
broke the kitchen window.
They pushed it in like the frame. So the window frame is pushed in like 6 inches. So I just shut that.
When are you going to get
they
window
really
doors?
were.
I'm going to do it today.
They really were professional. If they know to put a table in front of the door so they have
Yeah.
warning.
Yeah.
Also, they must have known. I'll bet it's somebody in the building because they must have known that there's no cameras.
Come
because you
on.
would think if it's an area right outside the building. Like
Yeah.
if I would sit there going, there must be the building must have put cameras out here. It doesn't make sense in the West Village for a building not to have cameras right outside.
Let's go to Marcos in Yonkers. He agrees.
What, a twofer for Marcos?
Oh, was he on before?
Yeah, guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I call it with the CBD. I was gonna say this sounds like an inside job to me, guys. They knew the window didn't lock. Okay, they only took cash. What burglar is not gonna take laptops, electronics? They'll even put it in garbage bag. They would have used your laundry bag to take your stuff.
I'm surprised they didn't take that either, the phone stuff, because you could always sell it really cheap.
The cop said it's traceable. He's like, these guys knew not to take this. That's what the cop kept saying.
That's a good idea to use the laundry bag, though.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Marcos knows his stuff.
Yeah, oh yeah.
As a matter of fact, Joe's right. Maybe we should look into Marcos. Where were you, Jim? Do you think that there's a possibility that Mark's girl let somebody know, hey, there's a drawer full of cash in this
Without
place?
a doubt.
I
think she did it.
You do?
No, but maybe not. But she knew someone was there. Yeah, because she happened to come and find it like that. Come on,
Oh, that's true.
Interesting.
And if they find her prints on the coffee table,
It's okay.
She's like, oh, that's because I was over at the place. I'm there all the time. That's my table.
Well, haven't you been dating for like over a year? I mean, it's not. It's the long con.
right.
well, she probably
Maybe
just
she
figured.
got-
She's like, just a couple more sets, Mark. Just a couple more sets.
Maybe she just figured that Mark was. She just needed money for something. Maybe she had a drug habit you don't know about.
Maybe.
I say it was her.
All right.
She's
Or
tired of all
she
those lunches that you fucking took at her fucking job.
That's right.
Payback.
She's
the
just
bitch.
she's sick of Mark and she's ready to collect. She's like, you know what? This relationship is going nowhere. He's going on the radio talking about how much he doesn't want to be in a relationship. Maybe there's $6,500 in a drawer with my name on it.
You know, it's funny. It's one of those things where
It was worth it.
it is violating because I only had my car broken into once many, many years ago. I had parked in the village, in the West Village for the cellar, and I had like this, bag with stuff in it. I put it on, and I saw a homeless guy look at me as I did it, and I knew to move my car. I knew I had to move. And when I came back, the window was shattered, the stuff was gone. It was just cash or whatever, but it is violating. You're like,
Yes.
someone has been in my shit
Yes.
and touched
Yeah.
my stuff.
And it's so cheesy. I got all these photos of me and Jimmy Fallon and me and Louie and all these people. And I'm sure he looked at that and went, look at this hack.
No, he probably thought it was Louis' house or fucking Jimmy Fallon's house.
Well, my house is pretty small. But yeah, I mean, it was a bummer. Just
Yeah.
all your personal shit. I got all my Conan stuff on the wall.
But
and,
you're so lucky, though, that they didn't take anything else.
I guess so, yeah. And cash is replaceable.
If you
and
could
blah,
lose
blah, blah.
anything, cash is what you want to lose. Because, the other stuff is, is really personal.
Yeah.
Then they know shit about you. And it's just the stuff you wrote, like all your joke ideas or any scripts you have on your computer.
All that is, it's still there. But like passport, checkbook, social security card.
Well, a checkbook. They're not ripping you off in 1978. What the fuck are they going to do with a checkbook?
I think you can buy something and skip town. I don't know.
Just stick little Pan Am stickers on the corner of Mark's checkbook.
I don't know if this
Catch
is
me if
true
you
or not.
can.
Shane in New York, I want to ask if this is true. I don't know if this is true.
Yeah, so apartment complexes in New York City have to offer residents, as long as you're renting, Mark, they have to offer you window guards, no matter what floor you're on. By law, they have to offer them to you. And if they've not offered them to you, they're liable for it.
Ooh.
So you might want to inquire about that.
Well,
and get your
Information I could have used yesterday.
Yeah.
let me ask you this. I'm paying a mortgage. Does that change things?
That's not
No,
renting.
that means you've purchased the apartment.
Yeah. I mean, I'm aware of that, but does that mean
Wow, that could have been a couple of months' payment, too, that they took.
Yeah,
Imagine all that
it
money
was.
into your mortgage.
Yeah.
Well, did you have any
That's your
It just made it feel worse. Sorry.
Fuck me.
$6,500 towards the mortgage, man. Towards the principal.
That would have shaved a couple years off.
Yep.
Did you have any documentation of the fact that you had $6,500 in a drawer? Because it's not like you could just go to an insurance company and say, yeah, there was $6,000 in that drawer, and they'll be like, okay, Mark, sure there was.
Yeah, I have no. Who keeps that on the books?
Well, do you have homeowners insurance?
I think I have
You
to,
have
right?
to.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's something.
There you go.
Sure.
Yeah, but you have to convince an insurance company that you had $6,500 in a
Doesn't
drawer.
cover cash, I'm sure.
No.
Well,
No,
maybe it
of
might
course
cover
not.
some. Who knows? I mean, because if they catch you with insurance fraud, you might be able to prove it. Here's how you might be able to prove it.
All right.
You have to have receipts from these gigs on how much you've gotten paid. They all have to have a fucking. Because they're going to declare you at the end of the year anyway.
The seller has that shit, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
they'll mail it
that's
to
The
you.
supposed to be
seller does, but also you
But then
have.
they have to believe that he hasn't spent any.
Yeah, you do. But I mean, then you have bank statements that will show that money didn't go in. If you, I mean, so it's a process, but you might be able to get some of that back.
Interesting. Okay.
You're supposed to video and make little videos of everything in your apartment, so there's documentation in case, God forbid, if there's a fire, if there's any of this
Right.
stuff. There's a video or some kind of photographic evidence
Of you
This is
enjoying
the
it.
stuff. That I,
Me just
well,
throwing money. But who does that? I mean, real, who's sitting around their apartment videoing their shit?
I don't know who's got $6,500 just sitting in a drawer.
Yeah, well, not me anymore. Fuck. God, it's a lot of cash.
Oh, it's a lot of money, Mark.
I was so proud of myself, too. I pulled that drawer open every now and then. I'd look in and go, yeah, you did that, you son of a bitch. Good for you. And then I'd jerk off.
Yeah. Well,
There is something nice, like if the bottom falls out.
Yes.
If I lose everything, I still got my cash drawer.
Mm-hmm.
I get that.
You
I
got to
get the
skip
feeling.
town in a hurry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, too bad you could have put it somewhere, hidden it somewhere in your apartment,
I
too.
know.
Then again, they would have just ransacked the apartment more. The first thing they probably do is check by the drawers. And so when they saw cash, they're probably like, let's just go.
That's
what
of
else
course.
are we going to get?
That's totally what it was.
Because you don't want to get busted while you have a few $1,000 in cash in your pocket. Like they probably like,
right,
why
right.
stick around and chance it when we get shit?
Yeah, it was a
you don't
lot
think-
of cash.
You don't think they could convince the police? Like, no, officer, we didn't steal anything. I actually had $6,500 in my pocket before we got here.
No, cops would never believe that shit.
No.
Or my drawer.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, because what's the alternative is also as unbelievable.
Yeah, I
so
think
you're
you're out.
saying of the money?
Yeah, Mark, I'm saying I think you're out. I think you. There's not much you can do about that. It just sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. I learned a lesson.
Just be grateful they didn't take your electronic shit.
But here's the thing. You think
I don't know. You could have bought it back for less than $6,500.
That's true. 200.
the guys will never come back, you don't think, huh? I mean, they're not that stupid like, oh, he'll put more cash in. Because I'm just worried about, I just want to sleep soundly. You know, it's my bedroom window.
Put a. Do you have a? What kind of shade or blinds did you have in front of it?
Just the classic shitty white blinds.
No, that's it. They can see when you're home, when you're not home. Here's what you get: a window guard.
Yeah.
And the fact is, as a comic, you sleep during the day. How do you not have room darkening curtains anyway?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Get room darkening drapes and put them and keep them closed always.
Uh-huh. It gets
Unless
so
you-
hot. I like a good breeze coming in.
No. When you're there and it's open, you
Uh-huh.
fucking do. Of course.
All right.
But I mean, when you leave the house, you have the
Plus,
window
if you
guard.
still had that $6,500, you could get AC in your place.
I got an AC unit.
So you open your window for the breeze when there's no window guard.
Yeah. Well, I live in the back of the building, so I figured no one will ever get here.
Yeah.
You know,
Do you
like,
think that's in
and-
hindsight? Do you think that that's true?
well, obviously not, but there's a 15-foot drop or maybe 12-foot between my window and the cement. So you'd have to scale that wall.
So they scaled
Wow.
the wall?
Yeah.
How'd they get back up?
What do you mean?
Wait a minute.
Dude, they knew that there was $6,500 in that apartment.
You think
There's no
so?
way there's no way they're scaling a wall
Oh, fuck.
and putting a
me.
coffee table in front of the door and going through this whole rigmarole unless they know there's something in there. Did any other apartment get broken into in the building?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it
Oh,
was that
that's-
night, though, but the second floor got broken into. I just heard.
The second floor?
Yeah.
Now, how is that height? Like second floor height, or is it Is it lower? Is it lower and easier to get to?
Second floor height.
Oh, it is. Okay.
So that was like up the stairs in the apartment job, I assume. Maybe they just left the door unlocked.
Oh, okay. That stinks.
I have a theory. It could be the exterminator. Because I got a guy who comes in once a month and does like, hey, you need anything? And he just sprays some jizz on the fucking
He
corners.
has total access. He may
Yeah,
have
that's
seen,
not a bad theory.
He may have seen that money in the drawer.
He might have.
And obviously, if you're an exterminator and you're on the clock, you really can't just take $6,500
Yeah.
because again, it's you.
No way.
They'll know it's him.
Yeah.
So what he may case the place during the day, and he may either A, give the information to other people, or B, he may come back himself. I'm going to guess that if there's an operation going, you case the joint and give the information to somebody else who you work
That's
with.
what they did on Breaking Bad. The exterminators would go in and then they'd sell the information to other people. And they had a whole. That actually makes a lot of sense.
Interesting. Shit.
Yeah, or they think, hey, I think this guy, because he may have taken cash out of there and you not know it. He may.
Yeah.
I bet that guy, if it's him, he may have picked out $500 here and there.
You're probably right because I never counted and it's all loose.
Oh, easy pickings.
Easy peasy, Japanese. God damn that bug killing.
Wait,
cunt.
you had cash in your drawer and you let an exterminator in your house?
I mean, I'm sitting on the
Oh, you're there, okay.
I'm there. Yeah, he don't have a key.
Oh, okay. So maybe it wasn't him. And he probably wouldn't look in your drawer while you're home. Although he may have opened it and peeked in.
It's in the next room. Yeah, I mean, I would never know.
He may have just taken a quick peekaroo.
I think
You
he
let
peeked.
him. You let him in the money room without keeping an eye on him?
Well, I'm sitting on the couch. It's 5 feet away. He's squirting and squitching and all this all over the apartment.
I've had guys in there when I wasn't there, but usually it's multiple, like when they're doing construction, and anything valuable I put in a certain, it's like you have to.
You don't have $6,500 in a drawer?
No, I don't.
Jim?
No.
Why would you?
God, I feel so raped.
Yeah.
It's violating.
It is.
If somebody was in your area.
But, and you never want to say this about the victim, but you were kind of asking for it, Mark, with $6,500 in a drawer.
It was just not well. You always expect your place to be safe.
Yeah.
But, boy, they fucked you good. They
got
fucked
him,
you
Jim.
good.
They really did.
Who else has been in your place? What kind of repairs?
Nothing. No repairs. It's a shithole. I've had comics over there, but it's all guys we know, and no one's looking in drawers and shit.
You never know. You're in the shower. Somebody's peeking through your shit.
Yeah, I don't shower.
I go through people's drawers.
Oh, fuck.
While they're wearing them.
Joe, you don't keep that kind of money around, do
Good
you?
Lord, no. I figure if I keep it in the bank, if the bank goes bust and the FDIC is bust, well, then that money's not going to be worth a lot anyway. Because things have really gone south.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if the banks go down, then the value of money itself will go down.
Yeah, we'll be trading in soup cans.
Money and cigarettes. I mean, bullets and cigarettes is going to be the only currency.
Have you ever been robbed, Sam or Joe? Either of you guys ever lose anything to a robbery?
In my apartment, well, when I was in Syracuse, my car did get broken into like yours, Jim, although I didn't have anything in it, but I think maybe I left it unlocked or something, because I remember I was walking to my car. It was early in the morning because I was going to see Scorch at a Naked Militia, and there's like I guess I had a pair of sneakers in the trunk because there was a shoe.
But you're not a sneak.
No, I'm not, Jim.
What?
I was saying hit the bomb button there.
Oh. Oh, yeah, hit this one.
Don't you come in my hand, you cocksucker. I'll rip it off.
I love Mulan.
there was a shoe like in the parking lot, and I was like, oh, I think I just bought a shoe like this, and then I looked up and I realized that all my shit from my car was just thrown all over the place, and it felt like shit, but I think it was just probably some drunk frat guys or something that just messed with all my shit. Although my serious thing, that's when you had the radio like that you bought separately and just plugged into your car.
This is after the screw-in. It's serious. You used to have to screw into your dashboard.
This one you clipped onto like the AC.
That's
vent.
right. Yeah, fuck.
And somebody did tear the Sirius radio off. It was a cheap one. But
well, you'd clip it to the AC, the old XM units, and would you have to plug it into the car? It was a whole fucking thing.
Yeah, you'd have to use like a cassette tape adapter.
Oh my God, that's right.
And plug it in that way. But probably the most recent time, and the time that really felt shitty, was when my wife's bike got stolen out of our indoor apartment parking lot garage.
Her bike? So it was
bike.
somebody in the building.
Well, not only do we know it was somebody in the building, but then, so her bike gets stolen, and it was, and we were looking around. Clearly, it was somebody in the building. She got one of those old lady shopping push cart things, like just a foldable thing on wheels for Christmas one year.
Those are gold out here.
Well, she puts it in the garage, like she just props it up on her car, so that way if she goes out or whatever, she can use it. And within 24 hours, somebody had stolen that too. And we were like, what the fuck's going on? And she put signs up in the building, and she called the police, and she complained about it. And a year or so later, this old lady, she goes, did they ever tell you about your wife's bike? And we're like, no. And she goes, everybody knows who took it. Everybody knows.
Wow.
There's no evidence, but there's one there was at the time. I don't live in the building anymore, but there was one psychotic woman that would just steal all the time. Somebody dropped off a fridge once to the building, and she signed for it and had them wheel it into her apartment.
Oh, that
wow! Believe all women.
Oh, good point.
But we never got the bike back.
You never got.
And did you confront this whore? What happened? Gotta go talk to this
How old was
skank.
she?
She was like I guess a middle-aged woman. She wasn't too old. But
was she mentally ill?
Yes, the old lady that was telling me, she goes, well, the reason why nobody confronts her on anything is because the last person that accused her of anything, she ended up driving them crazy for years. At one point, she came up to their door and poured maple syrup all over it so it leaked through the doors. It was crazy.
Whoa, you got to kill her.
I don't want condiments on the door. This is a crazy woman that lives in our building. She'll never leave us alone. Let's just move the fuck out.
Damn.
It's time anyway.
Yeah.
There's a schizophrenic guy living under us. There's a crazy kleptomaniac syrup thrower, across the hall. Like, let's just get the hell out
Yeah,
of here.
who the fuck needs that?
Yeah.
Some crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And she wasn't even the schizophrenic. Remember, there was the schizophrenic guy that lived
who
under
sang,
me.
yeah.
He sang, and then he would shout through the vents, I know you're trying to kill me. Fuck you, I know you're trying to kill me.
Whoa.
And I'm like, once we had a kid, I'm like, we can't do this. We got to get out of here.
Jason in South Carolina has something to let Mark know.
Oh, fuck.
Mark, Jesus Christ, man. There are criminals sitting there with fucking sketch paper and pencils mapping out a blueprint of everything you're fucking saying. I mean, you're telling them how tall the fucking wall is, where the fucking windows are located, and everything else you still have fucking in there. Shut the fuck up, Mark.
You got a good point there, sir.
Mark, what is your address?
My address is 2181 West 81st Street.
I hope you just gave Joe Mackey's address out.
That was a Seinfeld's address from the TV show. But when I was a kid, I got robbed all the time. I lived in a horrible neighborhood. And Christmas Eve, my dad bought me a new bike, brand new bike. And I grew up in a rough neighborhood, so the bikes were the quickest to go. I got plenty of bikes stolen, off me. And
You've had kids take bikes off you while you were riding them?
yeah. And
Did they ever beat you up?
no, because I would just be like, all right, they'd always do hey, let me try your bike out. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And there was 6 of them on the handlebars, let me try your bike. And I'm like, no, thank you. And they just pull in front of me let me try your fucking bike. And I go, okay. And they would just ride off.
Did you ever say, hey, did anyone ever bring the bike back after they tried it?
No. It'd be nice.
You needed Pedro's cousins protecting you from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Well, these kids were pretty scary. We'll just say that. Street toughs. But one time, so Christmas morning came, and my dad goes, woo, you're going to love this one, baby. And he went to go get the bike he bought for me. It was gone. Someone had stolen it. And then I went outside to play with my brother, whatever. All right. Kid rides by on my new bike.
Wow.
Pretty heartbreaking.
Did your dad do anything?
Well, he wasn't there. I was just like, oh, what guy? Because he told me what the bike was, and I just saw it was brand new. It went ting when it rolled by. It was so shiny, and the kid looked at me and smiled, and just rode past me, and that's pretty fucking heartbreaking.
That was probably the high for him, too. Let me ride by this asshole's house on his new bike.
Yeah, this white kid, he's fucked.
Normand is keeping the neighborhood in bikes right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave a lot of bikes to that. I was like a charity.
Now, why didn't John...
Because you're So I was going to say, because Mark, you lived in a big house in a terrible neighborhood.
Exactly.
So you were poor for a rich area, but you were the rich kid in the poor area.
Yes,
right?
yes. Or they at least thought I was. I was perceived as rich, and
because you were white.
Yeah, white guy, big house. We had 2 cars, and it was ugly.
John in Pennsylvania, I want to know why you think this.
Hey, I don't think it was the exterminator. Those guys are used to being in strange places. They never know if they're on any kind of camera.
Uh-huh.
I've had stuff stolen from me plenty. It's always somebody you know. It's always somebody you trust, you care about. It's a family member, a friend. People are scumbags. It's your friend.
No.
Your best friend stole that money. You went in the bathroom. He went in, took that money.
Mark wasn't. No, Mark's house got broken into. He was out doing a gig.
Yeah.
I think the girlfriend had someone do it. That's my opinion.
I wouldn't be shocked at all. Somebody
whore.
knew.
Check her text
It's either
messages.
the exterminator
All
or
right.
it's the girl.
Check her text messages.
I will.
She have Snapchat?
Yes.
Yeah, see, people are very fucking shady on Snapchat.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it disappears, right?
That's right. So she might have told someone, all right, I'm home. Or don't do it. Or now the guy might have just done.
It was such a window, too. I was gone for 2 hours, something like that. And then it got in, got out.
And she happened to show up earlier.
Yeah, she did.
And you know what? They probably knew that they only had a certain window. That's why they went to the trouble of putting that coffee table in front of the door, because they knew you were coming home.
Yeah. Can I just say this, though? A nice shout out to the New York's finest. These guys were so nice, so helpful. They stayed in my apartment for like 8 hours, asking questions, fingerprinting, like casing the joint. They went up, down. They looked for cameras. They were so nice.
They did their jobs.
That's great.
They really did. They were cordial.
They didn't look at it like, who cares?
They didn't. As a kid, it was always like, what are you going to do, Whitey? And they would leave. But here, it was like night and day. They were like, let me check up here. They went up and down every floor. They waited for the fingerprint guy with me. They watched the show with me. We chatted. It was great.
That's good.
Awesome.
That's great. Maybe the fingerprint will, it's probably somebody who has a record. No one breaks in like that.
I hope. God, I hope.
That wasn't their first rodeo.
No. They knew exactly.
I bet it's one of the comics that you've had over your house. Tell me who you've had over your house.
Oh, jeez.
Tell me some comedians.
Joe List, Ari.
No, not either one of those guys.
I don't think so either. I haven't had a lot of many people on. I'm pretty, antisocial.
It's the
So
girlfriend.
if you find your girlfriend's fingerprint on the table and it's in like a weird spot,
Yeah.
are you going to be able to pass it off as saying, "Oh, I'm sure she just touched the table at some point," or somewhere in your belly are you going to know there's only one reason why her fingerprint would be on that side of the table?
Yeah, I always think the worst. I'm a cynical guy. I'm paranoid. So yeah, I'll never overlook anything. It'll always be in the back of my anal.
I don't think that she did it because I think she had someone do it. I don't think she actually did it because she wouldn't move the coffee table. She probably said, all right, he's doing sets. He'll be gone between this and that. So the guy who has probably done that before, he knew exactly what drawer to go to. And he might have peeked around a little. That's why he moved the coffee table. They must have looked around in the other room real quick for something easy to grab.
Yeah.
For jewelry or something that's out. But they probably knew they had a quick window.
Whoever is the equivalent, whoever is Mark's girlfriend's James Woods in Casino.
That's right.
Lester.
Whoever your girlfriend's Lester Diamond is. That was his name, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
Lester Diamond.
Whoever. Yeah, that's who did it.
He looks
That's
like Ray
who she's
Ellen.
looking out for. Exactly.
Lester Diamond. I had a camera also, like a regular, like a 10 megapixel or whatever camera taken out of my garage when I lived on 43rd Street. It was in my trunk in my car, so I think I knew who it was because this one scumbag guy who worked there actually got in trouble years later for ripping people's cars off. So he's the guy that took my camera.
Yeah.
But years later you couldn't prove it.
Fuck me. This is mind-boggling.
Yeah, I said the girlfriend. Just remember that.
I got it. The 13th
Yeah, there's
time.
no way. I mean, all these details.
Sorry. Trying to solve the case. I don't even know her. I've never met his girlfriend.
But your brain just goes, could it be him? Could it be that guy? And it's just like going all
Who
over
do you
the
think?
place.
What's your first thought?
Well, you guys are really tickling something with this whole, he must have known, he went up to take all the trouble to scale the wall. There wasn't a ladder involved. You'd see a guy with a ladder, because getting up that wall, it's just a brick wall straight up. There's nothing there. So that worries me that it was so dedicated that he knew there was a gold at the end of that rainbow.
Are you sure that it wasn't? Where was the coffee table? How do you know the coffee table got moved to the door?
Because it's in front of the couch, and now it's in front of the door up on its side. So when my girlfriend came home, she hid it.
Oh, okay.
Which is very, obscure. They just
Okay.
have a coffee table in front of the door like that.
I'm wondering, are you sure the window was broken the way they said?
What do you mean?
Like, you sure it wasn't broken from the inside? Like, you sure somebody wasn't inside and just... But then again, they wouldn't have tried two windows.
And how could you put the coffee table in front of the door
Right.
and still leave it there when you...
And have the door locked.
Yeah.
So they went right back out the window.
Okay.
And it was so menacing. Coming home, you see that window shade blowing.
Had she called the cops before you got there?
No, because she's so sheltered and goody. I was like, get the fuck out of there. He could still be in there.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
like, no. And I'm like, get out of there. She thought it was a ghost. And I was like, what, are you crazy? So now she's standing in the hall. I got home. She's standing in the hall in her panties. It was kind of hot.
Yeah.
So she's like, in her panties, clutching her pearls. Her big fat ass is hanging out there in the hallway.
Does she have a nice big fat ass?
She's got a great rump.
That's and
but that just said triggered something in me that you said that maybe some place on the second floor was robbed too.
Yes.
But if they came in through the window and then they put the coffee table up in front of the door, that means they left through the window. That means that they did not, in that sitting, they definitely didn't rob any other apartments while they were there, because if they're going to rob the second floor, they would have just left through the door. They've already got access. and rob the apartment that way? Why would they leave through the window only to try to scale up higher? Nobody would do that.
Because in my apartment, you have to go out the front door. That's the only exit. That's it.
But that means that when they exited, they went back down. They didn't go up. So that means that they just came for your apartment.
They may have left through the door and put the coffee table up, because if she hit it, that means the door can't open. She got in.
Yeah.
So maybe they did leave the door there and then open the door a crack and slide out.
How would they lock it from behind?
Oh, I don't know. It was
You
locked?
need a key. Yeah.
So let me ask
I think they slid through the window. They slid back out. They came specifically for Mark's apartment, clearly, and then left right after. This is somebody you knew. It's either Joe List or your girlfriend.
Maybe. Hold on. Ryan in Philly. I don't listen, so I don't know. Ryan, number 6.
Hey, guys. I love you guys,
Thank
by
you.
the way. Mark, Tuesdays with Stories. I listen to every episode. I've heard you talk about it in the past, to put money in a drawer.
Is that right?
Oh, no.
Seriously?
You, dude, I love you to death, man. I've heard you talk to Joe about it.
Oh, motherfucker.
I'd go back to the early ones, man.
Oh, jeez. Thank you, buddy. And Tuesday, praise Allah.
Wow. So maybe somebody heard your podcast and then figured out where you lived, or maybe somebody there's a way to look it up. I don't know.
Oh,
well, it's not too hard. I mean, if they live in New York, all they got to do is go to the cellar.
Yeah.
Go see Mark Norman perform. They know they're going to get their money back. They might as well pay for a ticket. They're going to steal it all back from him anyway.
I mean, that is pretty elaborate. To get in the apartment, to know where that alleyway is, to know which apartment is mine.
True.
All they have to do is follow you home.
I know, but once I go in the building, they don't know what door on. It's 100 units in there.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
But
so then it's probably somebody you know then.
Somebody knew because they went down that thing. Then maybe there was a ladder involved.
Yeah, maybe.
Could have been. If they moved that quickly and just hit your apartment, they could have easily done it with a ladder.
Can they get to your window without going through the building?
No, I mean, they could, but it'd be you'd have to go through another building in another street, go back, because it's back to back. So they'd have to go through another building to get to my courtyardy backyard thing, and then jump a fence, and then they're back there. So it's a whole thing. They could, I guess, technically.
So somebody would have to go through the building probably. It might have just been a delivery guy. It might have just been one of those things where they fucking get in and they walk around and they look for windows that have no window guard.
Yeah. I mean, could it be luck where they got in, saw a drawer, opened it, there's money in it? It's literally the first drawer by the window.
That might be the first thing they do, too. By the way, if it's by the bed, the first thing a good criminal does, I'm sure, is open the drawers by the bed because people think their stuff is safe.
Yeah.
This seems way too by the book, like professional criminal job where they came in with a mission, they got in, they got out. It's kind of a complicated window to get in. There was reasoning behind this. Whoever did it, they knew exactly what they were doing. There's no way that they just found a random apartment and then found a fun lottery drawer.
Right.
No way.
I don't know.
They knew.
I'm up in the. I think Sam might be right, but again, if it's right, if it was somewhere hard to find, like up in the closet in a shoebox,
yes.
But the fact that it's in your drawer right there, they may have jumped in, and maybe the first thing they do is check the drawers, and like they probably like, holy fuck, a drawer full of cash.
Yes.
Now I'm greedy. They may have peeked around in the living room just to find more, and then said, "Fuck it, let's go."
Yeah.
His girlfriend said he'd be home soon. Let's go.
Because the chest of drawers, it's like this.
Thanks, Nana. Who the fuck says chest of drawers?
Well, I'm trying to describe. I don't know how else to describe
Dresser.
it.
Bureau.
It's not even a dresser. It's got two drawers and like a swinging door part. It's like a complicated little neo.
Right.
What do you call that? A mid-century modern. I'm a big furniture cunt.
Sure.
And so, but they swung the door open. They scrounged through that. All the shit's on the floor. Then they opened the first drawer, second drawer, cash. So they did go through other areas. So they were looking. It wasn't like they knew that drawer.
Right.
That's why I'm like, oh, okay.
That's interesting.
They found something. It wasn't like, oh, I know exactly where it is.
Maybe they were looking for the money drawer. Or where's the money? We know there's money in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, shit. So this guy, this podcast fan, that makes me fucking nervous.
Why?
He's probably the one that robbed you and was trying to get credit for it. He's tired of these guys saying it's the girlfriend.
Well, that's what sucks about being a comic, because they're always like, don't tell people when you're away. But every time we're away, we're like, we're going to be working in Buffalo. Come on out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be gone for 3 days.
You've got to tell the world.
I love living in a doorman building. I love it for that reason, because It's just, I mean, people can rob you or commit rapes in those buildings. It's just harder because there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
And they know there's cameras everywhere, and there's fucking a guy at the door you have to go through twice. Like, I used to live in a Trump building, and they would have security walk up deliveries.
Oh,
like
wow.
when you were having a food delivered, sometimes it'd be a few minutes because they had to get security to walk the guy up.
Yeah.
I don't have that now, but I still have the fucking door guys and cameras.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
At my girlfriend's place, sometimes someone will just hit the buzzer, and she's like, "I don't have a delivery coming."
Yeah.
It's like, you don't know who's there at
The cop said that. He just hit a bunch of buzzes and somebody let him in. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's fucking midnight. Let this guy in. Who cares?
Yeah, somebody might let you in just thinking, or somebody's expecting somebody. There's probably always somebody expecting someone.
Right.
Especially at 9 o'clock at night.
How often do you order food at midnight? A lot of people do that.
Yeah, people do that.
Yeah. That's when you wish you had one of those angry white women at your door that wouldn't let people in. Maybe that, what's her name, Hallway Hillary was on.
That's right.
I would
That's
love
right.
that.
Protecting.
Now, Dr.
exactly.
Steve, who I love, is
Yeah.
calling in and saying, get an Amazon Cloud Cam. It's a fisheye lens. By the time they figure out they're being filmed, they're already busted. What does
Dr.
that mean?
Steve's calling in?
Well, he texted me.
Yeah,
I was
cloud
about to
cam.
say,
You put the camera
shirtless.
up, and it will. Sometimes you can insert it into the rectum, and it will see a fissure. We'll see like a hemorrhoid or whatever's causing the bleeding.
That's pretty good.
If Dr. Steve is listening this morning, I guess his stern off today?
He's been
Yeah,
texting me
he's
for a while.
I guess he's off
Stearns'
this week.
doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Steve is finally paying attention to this show again.
Oh, cool. That's great. I love that.
He
Makes
goes
me
to
feel
Mark
good
directly.
again.
He doesn't go through the number you're supposed to call.
Oh, yeah. He's cured my chlamydia like 7 times.
He cured mine too. He stopped fucking me. Oh, now.
Seems like a doctor wouldn't have it, but yeah.
Yeah. This is what I have. Can you see right there? That's the inside of my hallway. That's my front door.
That's fucking awesome.
I see everybody that walks in and out of my apartment.
Wow.
How much does that set you back? Is that
I honestly
expensive?
don't remember because I had my apartment wired for just hardwired, and I had my terrace. I have a terrace. I also have a camera on there in case anybody jumps down. I can see it.
Whoa.
I was more afraid of lawsuits, like somebody would jump down and break their leg because people do that shit all the time, and then they sue you if they fuck up in your house.
Right.
And it was just to
I
be.
love that you thought some ninja from
Wait,
the
people
floor
ju-
above you.
Yeah, right.
Hey, look, it happened to
Jump
Mark.
onto your terrace.
No, it's a public area above me, not a floor above me.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, you are paranoid.
I'm just careful, man. It's like that shit happens. I never take because I don't have window guards. I'm high up,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean somebody can't get in. And if it's somebody from the building, look, people come in, they see a camera, or they know you have cameras. My camera's hidden. They don't know where it is. But if people know that you have a camera, they're not going to fuck around even if they work in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Holy
first
hell.
thing we did when we moved into a place. We got a wonderful security system to go with it.
You did, right?
Absolutely. Before we even moved in, we were like, let's get the burglar alarm people, let's get the cameras, whole security system there. 100%.
Joe and God damn it, Joe, question.
Oh, fuck.
Good question, Joe.
Okay, if your girlfriend came home and hit the coffee table and then called the cops, why was she in her underwear?
No. She came home, sat down on the couch, got comfortable, texted me, what's up with this coffee table? It's right in front of the door. And I said, get the fuck out of there. So she was like hanging out in the apartment.
Hang on.
Why?
Wait,
The bedroom window was
Mark.
open?
Yeah.
Everything was
Okay.
disheveled. All the drawers were open.
No. Like 3 drawers had
She
been
was
open.
in the living room and she sees the coffee table up and she probably thinks you left it there.
She thought it was, first of all, she was half in the bag. It's
Okay.
Saturday night. She's out. And
What are
she
you talking
comes
about? She
home.
was celebrating because she got a nice
Absolutely,
extra-
yeah, she
her cut is coming.
But why doesn't she put her pants back on?
That's a good,
She
again,
panicked.
shit-faced.
Okay, yeah, right.
And
Lester likes it when she's not wearing any
Yeah,
pants.
yeah. I remember the first time I saw you, little colt, long-legged little colt. Fucking creepy.
What a
God.
creepy. Yeah. I watched it this weekend. It was on TV. What an asshole.
You were 14, long-legged little colt.
Oh,
I
God.
hate him.
Huge
Hate him.
dong. Speaking of which.
Hey, well,
Yes, I've heard that too. So she's in her underpants, just hanging out in the hallway, wiggling it. Her ass was wiggling too.
So I go, get the hell out of there, you dumb whore. And she goes, oh my God. She just stands in the hallway like a weirdo.
How long did it take you to get home from there?
10 minutes. I sprinted.
Did you cancel spots?
No, I just finished actually. But I come off stage. It was 8,000 missed calls, 8,000 texts. And I just booked it.
wow.
down 14th Street and ran home.
All right.
Ah, damn, why'd I give the street away?
God damn it.
Bleep that. Bleep that.
Lots of big. No one knows where you live.
All right.
Are you on that street?
No. I'm not even on that street, but that's where I ran down.
Yeah.
She was going,
Should've
how far away? What?
Should have gotten Quincy on the case. Quincy would have solved this by now.
Yeah. Her vagina was bulging, Sam. There was glass in the bed.
You'd think by now we'd have some fingerprint improvements in the technology. It's the fat guy with a duster. It's like 1928. It's like Sherlock Holmes shit. I'm like, this is all we got? We haven't gone all advanced from this?
Well,
How the hell is he still fat?
Yes!
Hey, look, there's going to be a hit on that.
You think?
Uh-huh. They probably were in a rush, although a good...
Why wouldn't you wear gloves?
Would wear gloves.
Yeah.
Then again, you're moving a coffee table. You might not think.
No, because you're opening windows.
How do they know it's not-
You got to keep your prints off the window, the window frame.
How do they know it's not your fingerprint from your copy?
They don't.
Because they took mine.
They took yours?
You can see the black still on me.
Oh, okay, wow.
That ain't blackface.
Oh, wow.
When did that happen, Mark?
This is Saturday night. This is fucking...
Oh, wow.
2 nights ago.
Yeah, this is like, 4 in the morning. I'm doing all this shit with cops.
Oh,
Now, let me ask you this. How is your girlfriend doing? On Sunday, is she a little shell-shocked?
Does she have a new ring on?
Right.
New purse?
She's wearing a mink. No, she's a little rattled. I mean, she's from Massachusetts. She's kind of, well-to-do and good life. Never been robbed in her life. I've been robbed a zillion times, so she was a little freaked out. She's one of these, she couldn't even wrap her head around who would do this.
Yes, she could.
She's very sheltered.
Do you live together?
It's in her fucking text messages. Of course she could wrap her head around who did this.
Check her Snapchat.
Lester.
What are you whispering?
Sorry, Joe's whispering.
Oh, no. I thought maybe I asked something I shouldn't have asked.
What, if you live
Oh, no,
together?
you're
What's
fine.
wrong with
You're
that?
fine.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're on camera. See, that's why you get the camera.
There you go. Get a cloud cam, right?
Fucking yeah, Joe Mackey getting it out. Do you live together into a mic?
Is that what you were asking,
Do you
Joe?
live together? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I see. And you do live together, Mark?
Basically, yeah.
But you both have separate places?
Yeah.
Or she... Okay.
Hers has got a
You check
nice
her-
couch.
Yeah, $6,500 couch. It's
Yeah.
I
pretty
bet
deal.
it does. Do you stay at her house at all?
Nah.
Why?
I like
Yours
my
got
place.
robbed.
I like my place. It's a great place.
Yeah, sure it is, but you got to get a window guard.
I got to get a win. I'm doing that today.
Yeah, you should. And then you won't lose the breeze. You'll be able to. Aren't you worried about fucking if you're right by ground level? Aren't you worried about rats and stuff coming when the window's open?
I'm very optimistic. I never think about that shit. But you're probably right. I got food in there and heroin, so I should take
Or
it easy.
roaches is crawling in from the outside.
Yeah.
You're on
yeah.
ground level. Your window opens. How high above the ground is your window?
Probably about 11 feet.
Oh,
that's fine for roaches.
When those alleyways behind a building, the ground is sunken lower.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So wait, they had to come down a wall and then go up 11 feet?
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
There's no way they didn't have a ladder.
They must have.
And that's
That
why
window is heavy as shit, too. You can't just be scaling and open that window.
Because if you're down, and I know what you mean, it's like a concrete area that goes down.
Yes.
You could probably not be seen by a lot of other windows at night.
Yeah.
So they may have just brought a ladder.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not a random job. You don't pick a window 11 feet off the ground and just go let's try this
I'll
one.
bet you that in New York, I'll bet you more people have no window guards in little alleys like that because they feel safe.
I feel safe.
I'll bet you that people feel that way. Yes, you certainly shouldn't.
Now I don't, but...
But they must have had a ladder because how the fuck else would they get down that wall and then back up and get up to your window?
Or it was 2 guys.
It was 2 guys, but how would they still
like
do
a
it,
hike,
though?
like a huh.
I guess.
We're 2 guys who just robbed Mark Norman's apartment.
Yeah.
2 guys with a van.
It's probably John and Jeff.
But
I hope they call in.
Yeah, please call in, robbers. Here's the thing. I talked to the cop. I was like, this is crazy. Do you see a lot of this? He goes, oh, yeah. Meat packing, Tribeca. This is multiple a night they get this shit. So that made me feel a little better.
Because probably a lot of people live in those areas are probably people with money. And like your girlfriend, they see the better nature of people. They haven't experienced this. They're like, oh, who's going to rob me?
Yeah.
So there's people that look for places to rob. That's their job.
Yeah, I guess so. And Christopher Street's a lot of characters over there. And that's close.
And you know the people who get robbed, you know what the criminals call them? Marks.
That's right.
Marks. You're an easy mark.
God damn it.